Hello, everyone. It's a privilege to be here amongst so many beautiful projects and inspired people. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Panjee, a small startup in the south of France that works in a special field, which is connecting people with food. We didn't take it from a technological point of view, so I'm going to talk about the human incentive behind the food chain and the way we can get better information. I have 36 years of experience as a customer, so that's the best thing I can talk about. So the best way, I think, to start with introducing our company, we made a little film, a short movie of 1 minute. It's in French, but it's subtitled, so everybody can get it. Here it is.
Salut, comment tu t'appelles?
Moi, je suis une tomate.
Oui, j'ai vu. D'où tu viens? Tu fais quoi dans la vie?
Moi, je suis une tomate.
Oh, regarde, un client.
Ah, je suis une tomate.
Salut Philippe, j'ai grandi au soleil à la ferme du Moulin, un producteur local passionné qui pratique l'agriculture raisonnée. Ensuite, j'ai fait 34 km pour arriver chez ton primeur qui m'a choisi pour ma variété pleine de saveurs. J'ai été adoptée 26 fois cette semaine dans ton quartier et ton amie Marion m'a donné une super note. Elle te conseille de me manger en salade avec un vinaigre balsamique que tu trouveras chez l'épicier fin juste à côté. Au fait, je suis un fruit, pas un légume. Ah, et je suis une tomate.
So, now we can talk about smart product data. Are we there yet? Well, we need something to connect all the people from the supply chain and the food systems to the final customer. We need to speak the same language. And for that, we need to allow all the food chain people to speak this language too and to be able to build it. So I'll make a few statements on food data to make sure that we're all up to date with what really comes in handy with food data. First thing, it is the fuel to all the applications we're using today, marketplaces, B2B, B2C, analytics, the scanner application you're using to get better information on your products. They all have one common point. They need one set of data to work. So the main functions are matching offer and demand. If you have smart food data, it works like for any search engine. You can match characteristics of a product with a specific demand of one individual. Second, comparing and choosing. Then you have the information, you can compare and decide what fits your values best. And it's driving trust and loyalty, of course. But there's a better thing behind. If you connect the whole food systems through smart product data, you build intelligence. You're allowed to trace any piece of information, and not just traceability, but full food health, values, savoir-faire, commitments, all the sustainable characteristics of the products, and everything about people behind. So, in order to give consumers the power to choose, there's a human side behind that technology cannot do. It's finding a way for professionals of the food systems to actually collaborate and create value for each other. So, the problem is that food data is a mess. It is a huge mess. You have nutrition here, you have contents here, you have objective data on labels, certifications, education. It's a mess. In order to answer all the questions of the customer, you need to do one thing. You need to assemble all of these data. So we went to meet all the professionals on the food market with one question, but we started with customers. What question do you have when you buy one product? What gets you to decide to choose this one instead of this one? And we had thousands of different combinations of answers, but we could sum it up. Then we went to see professionals to know who could bring this information. We met a lot of them, from big retailers to catering to label, certification, organisms of control, and also research. But the one who gets it all is this guy, because if he doesn't give you the basic data on the product, nobody gets it along the chain. So you have to incentive him so that to make it easy to provide the data and rewarding. We summed it up, because we had so many answers, we needed to organize all this. And we realized that we were building a universal language to get professionals to fill the data that will answer our questions as customers. And because this data, when we met the producer again and we said, hey, can you fill this form, please? He said, yeah, okay, no way. These are bricks that all the food chain can take in control in different ways. Labels and certifications, well, you go meet labels and certifications. You allow them to produce content and certify all the data. You need content, you go to see the brands. You need to share this data, you go see the retailers who can collect it. And this way, we build an ecosystem that provides data to any of the people of the food systems. We called it Panjee, because it's like the supercontinent, basically. And it's the first collaborative data network that unifies food system by sharing and distributing value all along the chain. First, it saves money and time. Then it gets you to have a better reliability on all the data you're going to ask. And it will increase sales and trust all along the chain. But it is a universal language that allows any applications to use it their own way, to optimize waste, to get better information to customers, and to match offer and demand on any marketplace. So basically, you don't always have to open a data sheet, to see what the information inside is. The first thing is that with structured data, you can match offer to demand straight. So you have three functions. We made it very easy because it's very important to have a good user experience, especially for producers. They won't fill up forms. They will fill, questions, check, and we will deduce the data behind. We will produce objective data. So to fill up all the components, the bricks that you saw before, you just need a few clicks, and you don't have to seize data. It takes 1 minute to fill up a form for your tomato. That's what we call the digital passport of products, the whole information around each product. This is the metadata. This is the invisible part that allows your product to interact with the whole market. And the more data you produce, the more you get intelligence and interaction between customers and all the food system actors. Then you share it, but you must control it, because Jean-Claude, the producer, he will not give the same data to anyone, He wants to control who sees it and who uses it. And then all the applications on the market need a different part of the data. You need to optimize waste, while you need packaging and conditioning information. If you need to provide data to customers to allow them to be smarter to tell them how many products are made less than 100 kilometers away, what are the labels that are your favorites, and to optimize your waste, well, you need this data to improve customer services. And finally, you get your reward. The more data you produce, the better your intelligence becomes for any actor of the food chain. So this is we are a small team. We are not a big startup today. We're only 7. We are half food experts and half specialized in digitalization, which means we know how to make very complex stuff very simple and usable for everyone. Finally, these are a few rules I'll pass by very quickly. First thing, equity to inform is so important. If the one who pays more has a better information, that's not fair, because you have to value the real efforts that are done along the way. So creating and sharing must be free. Then shared value creation, everybody needs incentive to collaborate with its chain. Inside-out interoperability, this one is a bit hard to say. And universal comprehensive language is the very basis, because we have very simple questions to ask when we choose our products, and that's the way we can track the market into a very sustainable way. So finally, I tried to say it right. Molte grazie per la vostra attenzione. I just wanted to say was all these bricks that we put in products, we are just a small part of a bigger brick that is this responsible consumption and production we're aiming to. Thank you very much.